emotive experience you've just been through, probably the first time going through something like that.
Yeah, it was. Obviously, the Bravery Award's been going since the club's inception, so something we were told about a couple of weeks ago, and yeah, really special day today. It's good to obviously see a range of kids, some I reckon I heard 4 years old as well, young, and then a couple older ones as well. So very good day, a special day, and obviously something hopefully the kids will be able to cherish, and something they'll obviously them and their families will be able to take a lot out of. So it's a great experience.
And young, was it Declan?
Declan, yep.
At the end, who's going to be part of the pre-game as well. That must be an amazing experience for you too, to hear those stories and see he gets through the other side.
Yeah, absolutely. I know. Obviously, I know, especially when you're young, it's you wish. I think back, it's great to when you're young and you have a good childhood and stuff, and when you do tough times, obviously, like a lot of the kids have, it's good to be able to have things like this, the doc for a day. I think I know exactly when I was young how exciting these things are when you hear about them to run out, and especially with the footy and that. So it'll be a great experience, I think, for Declan, and hopefully, like I said before, just give some of these kids something they can really enjoy after having done some tough times with them and their families. So hopefully it's a really great experience for them and something he'll really cherish forever.
One of the new faces of the club with things like this, and of course getting a few runs this season. How have you immersed yourself into the culture of the club?
Yeah, it's been easy since I obviously came across just late December. The club's been great. They've taken me on, all the boys. It's been really easy to get involved, and obviously as part of being in the first year group, doing through the apprenticeship program, doing the Bravery Awards, things like this year, you get really involved early, and like you said, it's obviously playing a few games has obviously helped just again to really connect in with the playing group and connect in really with all the guys at the club. So events like this really help to bond the group, and it's something I know a lot of the first years we're looking forward to, and it's a really special day for a lot of people, so it's great.
Realistically, you came to the club and Aaron Sandlands was expected to play, and Griffin was expected to play, and probably Clark was ahead, and Kepler Bradley. Did you think you'd be playing, I think it was 6 games by mid-season? Yeah,
no, you can't say I expected. Obviously, I came here just wanting to put the best foot forward, give the best example. I obviously hadn't 21, hadn't been in an AFL system, so I just wanted to make a good impression. And obviously, the way it worked out, where where injuries or what have you taken place, opens opportunities up for other people. So I've just really enjoyed getting the opportunity to play, and like you said, 6 games. It's been great, and that's really all I see myself I can do is just make the most of those opportunities when I get them. So I've really enjoyed my time. I've really enjoyed my 6 games. It's been great.
Have you felt comfortable in the step up to AFL footy? Yeah,
it was obviously big change at the start. I think big change from playing SANFL and waffle football before it. Just the real buzz around the game, so much more intense. But I think definitely after playing a couple of games, you start to take away a bit of that nervous energy, and you start to find a bit of a groove a bit more. But in saying that, it's still very challenging each week. New teams, new challenges, travelling, that aspect of it. So it's been an enjoyable challenge though.
Have you found moving to Perth from Adelaide?
Yeah, good. Beaches have been great over the pre-season. Was down there. The weather, it's obviously Adelaide's still warm, but Perth's just consistently warm. I noticed that, especially over pre-season, made it pretty gruelling at times. But like I said, the playing group have been easy, similar to Adelaide as well, 2-team town. So it's and pretty laid back as well, not hustle and bustle. So it's been good. I've enjoyed my time over here and got to know my way around the place a bit better now. So it makes things a lot easier.
How important was coming from a successful environment in the SANFL to your development?
Yeah, no, I think that really helped set me up. Obviously, Central District's a really strong team in the SANFL and had been for a number of years, and I think playing that sort of a culture and playing group where there's strong teams, good players around you, it's really helped me in my transition into an AFL club where it's obviously professional environment and obviously really professional players full time. So I think it made that transition a lot smoother for myself.
Jack, while you were at Melbourne, how did they see you? They see you as a ruckman, more as a forward, and how sort of far off do you think you were from playing with Melbourne, just from the time you were there?
Well, obviously with ruckman, I think it was similar. I was going for that a ruck spot. In saying that, Melbourne only had rookie picks, so in terms of when I would have been playing, I don't know, because I would have only been on the rookie list at that stage. But obviously, yeah, I'm not too sure, but how that would have panned out. But obviously, I'm very happy with the way things have turned out for me this year, and yeah, obviously that was just something to look back on, and obviously a good experience as well, and left me in good stead coming here as well.
How long did it take you to get your head around it? Because obviously you were training with them, and I think you were in Darwin.
Yeah, yep, in Darwin. Yeah, obviously at the start it was a big shock. I'd obviously hadn't seen it coming. I'd been training with Melbourne and hadn't heard much in the way of Fremantle, and so to find out on the actual day of the draft that I'd been picked up by them was a big surprise. But I think it was just that initial sort of probably that just initial day when I found out sort of took me a bit. I had to come back from Darwin to Melbourne and that, and by the time I sort of spoke to Mum and Dad and a few friends and that, and I went back to Adelaide for a few days before heading over to Perth. I think, by the time I was heading over to Perth, I sort of had my head wrapped around it. Obviously, while I thought I was probably going to Melbourne, nothing was sort of signed and sealed then. So, yeah, it took me a couple of days on the way back, but by the time I got to Perth, I was ecstatic to be at Fremantle.
I suppose things happen for a reason. As we look back where that club is now, where Fremantle are heading, a blessing in disguise, I suppose.
Yeah, in saying that, like when I was at Melbourne for the couple of weeks, I had good time, good experience. They had, like I'm sure most footy clubs, had a lot of good people at their club and got on well with a lot of the guys. But obviously, like you say, unfortunately for them, they've struggled a fair bit on field this season and probably copped it. A fair bit of it in the media as well, which you obviously hear about. But yeah, in saying that, I wouldn't say from that perspective it's a blessing. I think coming to Fremantle, where they also have a lot of good people and the guys have been really good and easy to fit in with, that's why I reckon I've really enjoyed coming over here and being able to play senior footy over here.
How valuable has it been having Aaron Sandlands around to learn off, and especially now he's had the sort of most of the season off, been able to pick his brain about ruck work?
Yeah, no, it's been great. I learned in the pre-season. I was pretty glad I got picked up by Freo, so I wouldn't end up rucking against him at any stage because he was pretty strong during pre-season. Then obviously with the injury he faced, it sort of meant he was more time in the rehab group, but that also gave me more time probably to catch up with him as well around the way the schedule works. So I've been able to catch up and go over ruck stuff. He's been, yeah, a big help. Obviously look at him, and with his credentials and his list of accomplishments, he's someone that, yeah, is a handy person to have to be able to pick their brain. So he's been great to me, even when I was playing Waffle, and then when I got into the senior team. Advice, going through vision with me, it's been good.
What are your goals for the second half of the year, Jack? Because obviously Aaron's still a couple of weeks away at least, and then may even play in the Waffle when he comes back. So
yep.
What are you setting yourself to do?
Just make the most of my opportunities, really. Like I said before, you can't predict the future. I don't know how many games I'll play. You don't know when guys are going to come back. So I can only play, live in the moment sort of thing, take it week by week. I know it's obviously cliche, but, you can't look too far ahead because, you can't predict that far. So it's just, I'll take it as it comes. Or, like I said, I'll make the most of my opportunities, keep working hard and see how it pans out from there.